friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mansa, and in today's video I will be sharing with you how I make this simple and delicious grilled chicken with a veggie sauce. This sauce is so versatile. You can have this with rice, quinoa, couscous, any side of your choice. It is packed with flavor and we use all natural ingredients and fresh as much as possible. So without wasting much of your time, let's get started. So the first step we're going to start with is making our marinade. Okay, so here I have a whole lot of garlic. I have all the ingredients listed in the description box below, but we need a whole lot of garlic to make this marinade because that's what we're also going to use for the sauce. Here I also have some peeled ginger. I like to use fresh garlic and ginger in all of my marinades because it's all natural and it comes with so much flavor. Also here I have about half a green bell pepper that I just cut up roughly to be able to blend it. And if you can see, I left the white membranes and a little of the seeds in there because it contains so much flavor as well, so I did not take them out. And then I also have some lemon. I will be using the juice from one lemon. Very important, that acidity is going to help to tenderize our meat naturally. I'll be using chicken today, and this lemon is so important in this recipe. Now this is purely optional. I like the heat in my food, so I'll be using one fresh habanero pepper. Again, feel free to omit this if you cannot tolerate any heat at all. You could also just use some chili. And also I will be using some spring onions or scallions. These have their own unique flavor as well. And lastly, we're going to be using some fresh parsley. This right here, guys, if you have not been using parsley in your marinades, you're missing out. That herb flavor that you're gonna get from this parsley is not overpowering, but you are gonna get the most flavor out of it. So here are my fresh ingredients, and we will also be using some bouillon. I have this beef bouillon. You can use chicken bouillon or salt if you don't use any of this. So yeah, just have anything with sodium of your choice and make sure that you're just adding it to your own preference. You would also need some ground black pepper. If you have the shakers, you can go ahead and use that. The flavor is even more concentrated in that way. And here I have some chili. Again, this is optional if you cannot tolerate any heat at all. Now, this is my chicken that I'm going to be using today. I have some Cornish hen, two Cornish hen. They're always very small, so I just cut them in the middle and just left it at that. They're always very small, but I always like to use Cornish hen just because the flavor it has is more packed. I find it just more flavorful than just regular chicken at the grocery store. As you can see, I have washed it thoroughly with water and salt and also some lemon. I am going to go in and add some salt. I like to add this to the skin and just all over the chicken, just massage it and put it aside while I make my marinade. So now I'm using my blender today, and then by no order, I'm just gonna go ahead and dump in all of my ingredients, and then I will go ahead and squeeze the lemon juice and put it in there. If this is your first time on this channel, I want to say a warm welcome to you all. On this channel, I like to make cooking more enjoyable and less of a chore. I am somebody that cooks most of my food from scratch, but I also have my days as a full-time working mom where I just want something simple and not just have to stress. If you like a lot of baking, then this channel is also for you. If that is something up your alley, feel free to subscribe below. Now, very important, I'm going to be using about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and you can use any oil of your choice. I like to use olive oil because it helps me preserve the marinade and also any leftover marinade that I might have. I also like to use Worcestershire sauce. This has a little hint of sweetness, but it's packed with, it's made up of different other sauces, so it has this very complex flavor that it brings to your food. Now, once that all is blended, you would have a very kind of paste like consistency, just like what you see on the screen. So I'm just gonna pour that all out. I had a little bit more marinade, so even after I was done cooking, I had some. So what I do, I just store it in an airtight container and put it in my refrigerator. It lasts for months. Again, that is why I like to use that oil, because it helps to act as a natural preservative. Very important. So now this is what it looks like. It is now time to marinate our washed chicken. Now, if you know Mansa, you know she's not stingy with her marinades and her seasonings. So I like to add as much marinade as my little heart can take. And I like to also go under the skin. That is maximum flavor right there, baby. Each bite is gonna have so much flavor, and again, we use all natural and just simple ingredients. This marinade right here is the bomb. You could use this for meat, fish, anything of your choice. Try it and let me know. Again, if you have any leftover, you could even make this ahead of time and put it in your refrigerator. It will last for months, so that whenever you want to cook dinner and stuff, just bring it out, wash your meat, your chicken, your fish, rub it on, let it marinate in the refrigerator, and you were done to it, just ready to cook. So I really love this marinade right here. So friends, this meal is called chicken yassa in the Gambia and Senegal, and it is made with either chicken or fish or any meat of your choice. It is very tasty, very delicious, and a very popular meal in most Senegambian homes and also restaurants. Very simple and so delicious. So here is my marinated chicken. As you can see, those herbs are bringing so much pop of colors, and you already know what that means, maximum flavor. So I went on to marinate this overnight, but you can do this for a couple of hours if you do not have time, okay? So this is the next day. My chicken has been sitting in the refrigerator, and I also brought it out to cool down a little bit. I don't like to cook with cold ingredients, okay? So now I also have my oven preheated, and I am using the broil settings today. I have it on high, and I'm gonna put that in the oven to grill it. You can use this put it in your air fryer, and if you don't have an oven or air fryer, just simply toss it in oil to grill it or fry it. Now, while that is going on, right here I have some green bell peppers, yellow bell peppers or orange bell peppers, and red bell peppers, half of each, and I also use just julienne cut it. Also, I have some julienne onions. This is the yellow onions. Those peppers and these onions are so important, particularly the onions. Chicken yassa is known mainly for the onions. The onions is what is going to provide that kind of sauce or stew base for this grilled chicken. Very important. Here I have a generous amount. I think I use about 5 onions. So use as much as you can handle. And also I have some carrots that are also julienne. It is very important that you keep all your cuts the same. So I have just all my veggies and onions all julienne. And now my chicken is out of the oven. Guys, look at that. It's grilled to perfection. I like the charred color that it has, because you know that's maximum flavor, baby. Once it hits the sauce, it is going to release all of those flavors in those charred parts. So I really love it. So now what you want to do in a pan, whatever you have. I'm using my 14-inch cast iron skillet today. I have the link in the description box below in case any of you is interested in it. So now once that oil gets really hot, I am going in with the onions. So what we want to do right now is start to caramelize this. The process of making chicken yassa is to caramelize the onions and all the vegetables, but not to overcook them, and then introduce the chicken. That's how you get the chicken to be smothered in all of the sauce that we're going to create from the veggies. You got it? Okay, if you're enjoying this video, please go ahead and give your girl a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. And at this point, I am going in with the carrots, because you know carrots, they're really tough. They're tougher than all the other vegetables that I'm using today. So I like to add it with the onions at this point. This will give it time to cook and also not let it overcook, because I still like a little bit of crunch in it. Now, very important, it is time to add marinade. So add as much as you can tolerate. Add a little at a time. So that is why I like to prepare a lot of this marinade, because it's so easy. At this point, it is already well made and the salt is on point. Just take a generous amount and add it. Once you add that, you also want to go in with 1 or 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. If you don't have Dijon mustard, this is the one I use. I'll put it right on the screen, okay? If you don't have that, just go ahead and use regular French's yellow mustard. It will also give you a beautiful taste. Mustard is a must-have in this recipe. But again, if you don't have it, if you don't use mustard, you can still enjoy your chicken yassa without it. So as you can see, it's been a couple of minutes and you can already tell that this is beginning to caramelize, and you can only imagine the smell in my kitchen right now. It is absolutely divine. So keep stir frying it, and I'm just using medium high heat. Just keep stir frying it. This doesn't take too long, and as you can see, as we progress, the onions are caramelizing, they're loosening up. And oh boy, it is trying to create that little crust on the bottom. That's where all the flavors are. So now it is time to add some water. I start by adding half a cup of water. In total, I only use 1 cup of water because remember the chicken is already cooked, so this is just to create more of that sauce texture, so that when you're eating it with rice and stuff, it's not going to be dry at all. It's going to be so delicious. So yeah, now it is time to add peppers. I like to wait for the peppers later, just so it will not overcook. And optional, I also like to add this cocktail onions. These are just pickled onions. They're actually very sour because they're pickled, of course, but I like to add it. I just like that color and also the taste that it brings. But it is not a must-have in this recipe, but I do like to add it. And can you see those pop of colors, guys? You do not want to overcook this. I know some people don't like the crunch in their veggies, so if you're one of those, feel free to cook it to as much as you like. But I like to preserve the colors and nutrients and everything in my dish. Now I'm going to be going in with some paprika. It is not hot at all, so you can use as much as you want. It enhances the beautiful color and has its own flavor that it brings to this recipe. So just go ahead with that, add it, and just keep stir frying this. This process does not take long at all. Once you grill your chicken, this entire process you will definitely be done in under 30 minutes. Really simple. That is the life I'm about. I am so busy, guys. I'm always working or with the family, so I need something sweet, quick and easy. So also taste as you go. Adjust all your spices to your preference. That's just what I'm doing here. And once you get all of that together, reintroduce that chicken. Look at that baby. Reintroduce that chicken. It's already cooked. We just want the chicken to just loosen up its juices and that and just marinate together with the sauce. So everything is gonna marry and become one. And boy, your tummy's gonna like it. So what you see me doing here, I'm just trying to scoop the vegetables over the chicken just to get it all incorporated. And you want to turn your fire down to low, okay, and let this simmer as well. So I also went in and added the remaining water, little splash of water, to just let everything loosen up a little bit. That's what you see me doing here. If you have a lid, go ahead and close it, and just let it simmer for another 5 minutes. And guys, you will be assured of all the delicious flavors that this dish has to offer. I know one of my subscribers had mentioned that they like to see when I share some African dishes. So since this is Black History Month, you're gonna get 1 or 2 recipes from the motherland, and I hope you guys would enjoy it. If you would like to try any of these, go ahead and try it, and when you do, you can always tag me on Instagram. Now our sauce is ready, so beautiful, and nothing is overcooked. Everything is cooked to perfection. I enjoyed mine with some couscous. You can enjoy this over some white rice. If you're on a low carb diet, you can enjoy this over some quinoa, whatever rocks your boat. I hope you enjoyed this video. Until I come your way next time, y'all stay safe, love each other, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, y'all.